Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Happy holiday season. Just wanted to give you a quick update on the Elky. I have the headers off the LS and it's ready to be swapped into the car. As you can see, the big news is there's a big gaping hole and there is no motor. We got it out and I labeled all the wires that I could find and pretty much determine where everything went and what it goes to. So hopefully that'll make things a little bit easier to reconnect once I get the motor back in. But just wanted to offer up my personal experience on this. Originally I did try to pull, as well, I'll show you the motor here. Here's the old beat up 305. And that's my next project once this LS swap is done, so that'll be fun. But anyway, I originally tried to get the motor and trans out as one unit. There's the trans over there. And that didn't work. So what we ended up having to do, and it could be just my hoist. I have a, I believe this is a 1-ton hoist. Yes, the 1-ton hoist. So the arm is not very long. To get them all out with one unit, it just wouldn't work with this particular hoist. Maybe you have more luck with the 2-ton hoist, I'm not sure. But it wasn't long enough. It stopped maybe like right about here or so. So it was kind of dragging the engine and trans back towards the front and obviously damaged the AC condenser. I think that's the condenser. And so, I mean, I'm going to replace it anyway, so it's not a big deal. But just wanted to show what will happen if you try to take it out all at once. Because I did get the dual exhaust, as you can kind of see, we had to cut it. And I had to cut this one, which you can't even see anymore because it's cut back so far. Had to cut the exhaust to get it out because it was colliding against the frame rail, so I had to cut the exhaust on there, had to cut it on the manifolds. So, you know, it just took a lot of work, a lot of patience. That's the biggest thing. Don't rush this kind of stuff. Take your time. Let me see if I can show you it. I can't really see it in this picture, but I definitely had to cut the exhaust really short just to get it out. You can kind of see over here. That one's kind of cut pretty short. So that's what I had to do to get it out. That thing is nasty. Isn't it gross? Ugh, nasty. Can't wait to have fun with this one. Tear it down and see what's inside. But that's for another day. Anyway. So yeah, that's ready to go. And it's out. So now comes putting it in. The thing I wanted to ask everyone, hopefully y'all can help me with this. So I got new motor mounts. They're just the regular frame body mounts, I guess. And if you look, it may be hard in this light, but these guys, they're bolted on with 3 bolts. Here's the one over here. And they're bolted on by 3 bolts, but I have no idea how to get these guys off. There's a little hole kind of like right here where you can sort of access this bolt and that bolt, but you can't access that bolt. There's no hole down here in the frame to get to it. So how do you get these off? I haven't done a whole lot of research yet, but the only thing I could come up with was perhaps you have to take off the lower control arms to get into it. And for that sounds like a pain in the ass. I've never done that before. So, I don't know. Just wanted to pick y'all's brains and see if there's another way to do it. Leave it in the comments if you know a better way to do it. But I'm guessing that's probably the only way to do it at this point. So, this one is just completely busted, so it's got to go. I mean, it's flopping around there like a fish. So it's shot. So they got to go anyway. But I wasn't hoping to take off the control arms because I really don't want to replace the whole suspension setup right now, which is probably what would end up happening. Might as well replace the whole setup anyway, right? But we'll see, depending on what you guys' feedback is. Is it worth it to even replace these at this point, or just throw the engine in there and replace them later. I'm kind of more of the person of, if it's off, might as well do it now while it's out of the way. So I'd kind of like to do it, but if it's going to be too much of a pain in the ass, then maybe not. The other thing is, it's actually kind of funny, and it's probably my own stupidity, but this, I don't know if you can see it back there, but the mount is kind of just dangling on the cross member, and the transmission actually was not mounted at all to that cross member. It was sitting on top of it, but it was not bolted. So I don't know if I just kind of lost the two like lower bolts while I was driving. Where are they? I think they're like right here. Yeah, there's one, there's two. Yeah, so I don't know if I lost the bolts while I was driving, or because I didn't tighten them up hard enough, or what. I'm not really sure. Or maybe I just didn't tighten them at all and put them in there. I don't really know. So be careful. Don't be dumb. I'm surprised this transmission didn't fall out of the car, to be honest with you. But at least now I know to look for that in the future. And the other thing is, I was able to put the speedometer gear back on the shaft. It did kind of fall off. The clip underneath slid off and was just kind of riding around, I guess, in this tail housing here. So I pulled off the tail housing, put the clip back on, and reset the gear. So hopefully now my speedometer will work. If not, I know what the problem is. The clamp is kind of pretty small, and one of the teeth is broken, so that might be the issue in the future. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for this update. I did take off the headers and the bucket there and the dipstick, just to make it more easy to maneuver the engine in. But if you're gonna do this, I would not recommend keeping them as one whole unit as I try to do, just because it's more difficult. I thought it would be more difficult to get off all the bolts around the bell housing, but it's actually probably easier just to reach in there and undo it and then just take them out one at a time. So going forward, that's what I would recommend, just based on my personal experience. But that's pretty much it. As you can see, I also got the G-Force cross member. Finally broke down and bought it, all $200 of it. So finally got it, but it's not going to go in just yet. We're going to get this guy ready to go and hopefully get him in soon. And I'll keep you updated on the progress. But any help on these motor mounts would be great. I would certainly appreciate any comments y'all can provide on if there's a secret to getting these out. But at this point, it sounds like the only way to do it is the lower control arms. If you guys know a better way, let me know. All right. Y'all have happy holidays, and I'll catch up with you later.